Welcome to the Den of Debauchery.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
Duty calls.
Yeah, quite literally. Took a big old shit in her die. Now, Kaleb, we had her locked up in the dog crate while we were recording, and she was just not having it, so we had to let her out.
I had to put a pillow in there after I changed her, and she's doing good now.
Yeah, she's fine. We gave her a little treat, and she calmed right down.
Yeah, she doesn't have teeth yet, but she definitely gnaws on that thing. It's a rawhide, so it's all good.
Yeah, don't say raw about your child, Jesus, man.
I mean,
Disgusting.
You're the one that wanted to put my child in giving protein to her at the same time.
No, I was saying that like you're making it sexual and not supposed to be sexual. She literally needs her protein. She's growing. She's going through a growth spurt. You know.
So, I had recently told Emma that I had tried her breast milk, and she was like, "What? What does it taste like?"
What? Why? Why did you do that?
So.
Why did you do
We had like sushi and pizza and had like a day where we just mowed down on any type of food that we wanted that day. And
the food that you wanted was mother's milk?
No, I'm getting to my story. So
my apologies, sir.
So Aletta was not having the milk that day. At least within 24 hours of that. Like, she did not like it.
Why? Because you drank it all?
No. I drank it after or during, because like literally she was spitting up and all that other stuff, and like Emma's like, I think it's the milk. I think it's not what I ate today. It's what I ate today. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So I had to feed her at like 3 a.m. and I was like, let's try this. Tried it, and then like I tried it again like later after she had ate it like decent all day, well hydrated. It's probably just like the girls talk about sperm, like, oh, you had some sugar and pineapple and fruit that day. Oh, it wasn't good, but it was better than your salty nastiness. It's basically the same. Yeah.
So it tastes the same as semen?
No, I don't know that. I think
that's what you were saying.
I think you've said that you've tasted semen.
No, that was the detective that tasted the semen. I started thinking about the detective, and I thought it would be funnier if it was like a superhero that like late one night working at a sperm bank, Hugh Jalode, his last name is Jalode, was working at a sperm bank, and
was also a gigolo.
There was an accident, and somebody that had radioactive sperm in a lightning strike, and like the sperm got on him, and then he became the jizz wizard in that moment. And instead of the detective,
Jello,
like now he's a superhero that can he has to taste people's semen, and then he can see into the future. He can see all the things that they're about to do as long as he tastes their semen. But it's funnier because he's like a straight dude. So like Barry Allen, the Flash, like he's a detective or like a crime scene investigator. So like he's always at the scene of the crime, and he solves. So he does solve crimes, but he's a straight guy that constantly has to taste jizz to save people. I think that's the funniest possible scenario.
It's kind of like your...
where he's just like, every time he's just like... Fuck, okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. The killer's a white male, 18 to 26. How do you know that? When's the last time you blew a load this big, older than 26? I mean, fuck. Oh, God.
It's like the counter opposite of that SVU girl that you had last podcast.
He's gonna be at the corner of Wilshire and 111th at 2 p.m. this afternoon. Oh, he's gonna be buying condoms. He's got a date with his girlfriend. Oh, God. Oh, fucking God.
God, I need a coffee.
Oh, Jesus. And so, like, you know how, like, superheroes all have those moments where, like, they keep their identity secret, but then, like, they always get caught and they have to confide in, like, somebody close to them? imagine like his version where like he's literally like scraping semen off of a dead corpse, and his partner walks in and is like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Are you insane?" He's like, "It's not what you think. I'm the jizz wizard." Calm down. It's all gonna be okay.
See, if you want to picture what he was trying to draw with his face and expressions and how he was acting this out, if you picture the Law and Order SVU person who was like, it's cocaine. It's the complete opposite of like, oh,
Okay.
oh God.
It's like when you have to do like a shot of Patron and you're just like fucking looking at it like, oh, fuck, and you're just like ducking your head down and then like coming back up and breathing like, okay, here we go, here we go. Oh, fuck. And then like the person doesn't want to give a DNA sample, and that's how you have to prove that they're the killer. So he has to like blow guys just to like get their DNA sample. But he's a straight dude, and it's just every time is a nightmare. It's so funny.
So, a little help tip trick with that Patron is hold the lime in your other finger. Kind of like a crab crawl, if you say. Hold the cup, lime here, so the lime is by your nose.
I actually have the perfect trick for Patron. I discovered this when I was in El Paso. When somebody brings you a shot of Patron, you just say no. And that's been the best way to avoid throwing up that I've found so far.
Oh, God.
And I was like, because you always like, that was the best thing that happened to me, is that I stopped feeling bad for turning down shots. I was like, I made it plain. I was like, guys, don't bring me shots of Patron ever.
You know,
I was like, for whatever reason, that one, like, if it's my first drink of the night, if I take a shot of Patron, it's a 50-50 shot. Even if I have no other alcohol in my system, it is a 50-50 shot whether or not I'm going to throw that thing up.
So, my wedding night of my first wife, scooch back to the reception. The reception.
The one that had a black baby.
Yes, the black baby.
For you
The black
dedicated
baby
listeners.
So, at the reception, this is how my boys must have just known. Alright, excluding Yale because he wasn't invited. They all brought me shots of Patron. To the point where I filled almost an entire red Solo cup. Because they were bringing them to me so quickly. I just couldn't do it. So I just started pouring them in a cup and was like, well, I guess I'll just sip on this. And it was an open bar up until it hit a point.
Right.
And then they would just start saying, okay.
Open bar with liquor is a dangerous game.
Yep. I was at a Moose Lodge, and I was a pretty high member of the Moose Lodge as well as other organizations.
Yeah, you were the Grand Wizard.
There we go. Yeah.
Sorry, I know we agreed no more
yeah,
racist jokes because you have like a career in the future.
Right.
The last one. All right, last one. I swear.
Right. I put it up. I put that up there. But so, everybody was bringing me shots of Patron, and I'm just like, man, like I can't get this drunk. It's my wedding night, man. You know, like I gotta be able to perform tonight. And I get home, and she like looks at me, and I'm like, you know, trying to take her dress off all seductively, and then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, that's not happening. And I was like, what? It's a wedding night. What are you talking about? She's like, yeah, like I didn't shave, like I didn't even like get all like cleaned up and everything. And I'm like, out of any day of your life, this would be the day.
She just didn't give a shit. This was another day to her.
So obviously,
she didn't give a fuck about you. She's such an awful person.
My boys must have known that I needed enough alcohol to just be able to conk out. Because I literally went down to my basement at that point, started playing video games, and fell asleep with the Xbox controller in my like lap. And I wake up. I had a buddy of mine picked us up to take us to the airport the next morning, and I wake up to him knocking on the door. Like that was my wedding night.
Oh shit, son.
Yeah.
Damn. So like you had to like wake up and get packed in a motherfucking hurry.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like
that's hilarious.
She was drunk. I was drunk. We both slept in till like 10. We had to be like on our flight by like noon. Granted, we lived in Columbus.
Why the fuck would you not give yourself a day of recovery? That was a bad idea.
I only have so many vacation days, bro. Trying to optimize.
Fuck that.
I had chauffeurs from the airports to the boat, which was really nice. That guy was telling me he had Kirk Herbstreet in his truck one time. So he's the biggest douchebag he's ever met in his life.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, he was like, because he said he always has like, depending on like who he thinks he's picking up, or if he knows who he's picking up, he'll have like wine or champagne or some bourbon on ice, like in a cooler. Mm-hmm. He'll pour them a drink on the way, like depending if he's driving a limo, if he's driving like an Escalade, whatever, or he'll have just water, snacks, pop, whatever.
Right.
And he told Herbstreet, he's like, yeah, man, anything you want to drink, I think I got it. If you like a snack, I got that too. This dude was great. I give him $100 tip through like $50 for each trip. And, like he said, Herbstreet tipped him $20. Like he drove him twice, $20 total. I'm like, I tipped you more than Herbstreet. And I'm a lonely EMT from Ohio.
He's trying to keep it real, man.
Yeah, right.
$20 tip, that's pretty good.
I mean,
it's not like cheap ass. I mean, it's not like $5. It's good.
I mean, he drove him from like Miami to like Jacksonville for the Jaguars area.
Oh.
Or no, what is that? Tuscaloosa, yeah. Tuscaloosa? That's Florida, right? Florida Gators. It was a college game.
Oh fuck, I don't even know. But
yeah. But it was a Miami airport. I know he drove a distance.
He had driven him.
He had driven a distance.
He had driven him there.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, yeah. I mean, to me, everybody like should tip well unless there's a reason not to. Do you have any horror stories, Yale, on that?
Horror stories on not tipping people?
Oh yeah, like there's always bad horror stories, like waitresses and waiters.
A haircut. A haircut in fucking. It was on base in Kuwait when I was in the army, and I asked for like a low fade. Mm-hmm. So basically, just like around my ears should have been cut, and this person like cut into the top of my head, like. It was like it was basically like they gave me a high and tight, and when I asked for a low fade, like it was a very bad haircut. It was not at all what I asked for. So I go to pay, and they're like tip, and I went no thank you, and they go no how much, and I go 0, no tip. And this guy just like gets all shitty with me, and he goes, your card doesn't work. And like throws it back at me, and I said, "Okay, try this card." And he like literally like I saw him like he didn't even like fully get in there. He goes, "It doesn't work either." Like he's like throwing a fit. And here's why that's important is because in the military on the base, if you don't pay a bill, like they can fuck your world up. So they were basically trying to set me up that I didn't pay these guys, so that like they were trying to get like retribution on me. And so I went back and got a different card, went back to pay them, and that one didn't work. And I was just like, you know what, fuck this. So I bailed, and that was, I think it was like a fucking like $7 haircut, and I just, so I'll be honest there for like a solid like week, 2 weeks after that haircut, I was just kind of like nervously like waiting on somebody to come up to me.
You're a dude that carries cash. Like, why don't you just like bust it out?
I was in fucking Kuwait, dude. There's not a plethora of ATMs around. Dipshit.
I kept picturing where the fuck that
fucking idiot.
New Mexico, Texas, wherever the hell it is.
Fucking idiot.
Ugh.
So stupid.
I had one of the greatest haircuts of my life one time, and let me just tell you this. This is a great.
Just that sentence is just
I came into work and was
one time I had one of the greatest haircuts of my life.
No, not even a haircut. She could have messed up my hair. I don't even care.
Oh.
Yeah. So, God. So I ran into work that. Like,
it's funny because I know a certain somebody that cuts hair that you know very well. I'm just wondering if it was that person.
No.
No?
No, it wasn't her.
No.
No, but she cuts my wife's hair. That's awkward.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway. So, I hope they listen.
I forgot about that. That's funny.
Anyway.
Nobody listens to this fucking thing, man.
Right. Anyway, so I come in and I get my haircut at First Choice there in Marysville. And I almost always get my hair cut by the same girl. Been same girl since I was like 22. And she wasn't there. And she had called off because her kids were sick or something. And there was somebody from the Dublin store down there. And it was like maybe a 24-year-old girl wearing very low-cut clothing. And very, very, very attractive woman. And so she's cutting my hair, and I'm a pretty tall guy, like 6'2", and so she lowers the chair down, and she's trying to cut my hair, and I also get I basically get a high and tight. So she keeps bending over and standing up real high, and boobs are bouncing around, alright, and I'm trying to keep a straight face, I'm a pretty solid guy, and no joke, one of these turns where she fucking goes to stand up, her boob just falls out, and she doesn't even notice it. I'm I have to turn to her.
Just falls out of her top?
Her nipple was out.
Oh.
To the point where her nipple was out. And I, can see it in the mirror, because I'm faced towards the mirror, so it's not I turned my head and was staring. It's in the mirror. So, I turn my head to the right, and I kind of go, hey, yeah. And she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Dude, I tipped her another price of the haircut. So I was like, I got a fucking free show today.
I was like, you don't need to apologize at all.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was at.
I was like, you don't need to. I am sorry that I looked at it for 15 minutes before I said anything.
I'm glad you're almost done.
I mean,
now you can put it back in.
What did I say? Nothing. Never mind. Anyway, how are you? How are things with you?
Yeah, things are going well with me and my wife, but let me know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just joking.
Such a dumbass. You know she listens to, and she knows that I'm going to leave this in. Both of you know that I'm going to leave this in.
She'll laugh, and she'll be like, what a douche.
What a douche you are.
So. No, we were another funny quick whip is, speaking of, cheating. So there's this person at Burger King. Their boyfriend came in.
I love your segues. I love your transitions. Speaking of cheating.
So, their boyfriend came in, and you know how it is when you're an adult and you work at fast food joints. She works there full time. And, so, she's trash. And...
Sounds like my type.
Right. I mean, I could hook you up.
Yeah, set me up, son.
So...
Is she fat, too?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. I mean...
How fat?
Fat enough that she can't wear dress pants and wears scrubs.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. So anyway.
Oh god, I bet her folds smell like death.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's some yeast infections in there.
I bet she can't even wash all the way under her fupa. God damn, I'm so fucking turned on right now.
Oof. Fupa. Anyway.
Oh my god, she's fucking chowing down on fucking donuts on the regular, just
I need my protein after my workout.
Except she never works out.
Oh, look at her. So, her boyfriend comes in, and she had to fill out some police report of some aggravated, what do you call it, domestic assault that happened between him and her, and...
Took place at a Krispy Kreme.
Probably, I mean, and... So she comes back to work, and I really don't like this girl. She's like, no at all, whatever, and straight up. So she's like, all of a sudden looks at me, and she goes, you're married, right? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, and you have kids? I'm like, I feel like that's all I talk about. So, why? Yes. You should know this. This is all I ever talk about is my kids and my wife. And, that's it. And so she's like, well, my boyfriend thinks me and you have something going on. I'm like, what? Oh, my God. And she's like, yeah. And he's, wanting a divorce now and all sorts of stuff. I'm like, didn't you just say that you guys had a domestic abuse against each other and... and that's I'm the reason for the divorce? I don't get it. Where's this going? So she said that things were going on, and so from then on, I literally just, the whole time, as I was getting ready to go home, I was like, alright, I'll see you later.
Flirting with the obese lady?
Yeah, because it's funny, because everyone in, the whole Burger King, laughing, because... to think that I would, and that, no. Yale, yes, not me.
I would. I'd get all up in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I can hook up too.
I fucking hate you. I really fucking hate you. You know I'm gonna have to edit that name out.
Yeah. Just say it again.
No. Because I don't have to fucking edit it again. You're a fucking idiot.
My bad.
God damn it.
Fucking BJ.
Yes. BJ.
Fucking Beeger. I
fucking
can help Beeger
tard.
out.
Fucking tard. God damn it. Alright. Yeah, all fuck ups aside, that will be... I'm very much looking forward to BJ coming back on to tell his story of the politician that
Good. We could throw him towards the fat check.
tried to pass his bill into his legislative branch. I don't know, that was the best I could come up with.
I mean,
Short notice.
it wasn't bad, but not material. This cough still.
Yes, this
I feel like
cough
I've
still.
listened to 3 weeks of your cough, and I was the whole time like, why
Dude.
is Yale came over to my house? I'm like, oh, because he's fucking sick.
Yeah, no, I've tried to avoid you, baby. No, and I talked to my friend Nicholas, and he's got a baby that's got like some like various like health issues. So like I was just like, hey, is she like really susceptible to colds? And he goes, yes. Do not come over. And I said, that's fine. I won't come see the baby. He's like, yeah, don't bring that shit.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Apparently,
you would've
like
told me
anybody,
about it,
like even has like the sniffles and like just like picks her up or like hangs out with her. She's like instantly very sick. So
Well, I told everybody, like, because everybody came over for, I just forgot what holiday was recently. Jesus. So anyway, there was a gathering at my house. Oh, Halloween. Funny.
yeah,
So Halloween, there was at like pumpkin carving and like a get together at my mom's house, and everybody, we didn't go because we're like, well, we're not traveling with the baby. You're still like within a first month, and even if it's right down the road, we didn't want to go anywhere. So everybody was like, well, yeah, we thought we could come over. And I'm like, no, you can't. Nope.
nope,
Only certain people can come over here.
fuck off.
So
And I saw you blowing your nose the other day. You fuck right off with that energy. Don't bring that near the child.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm not holding your baby while I'm here. That's why we put her in the kennel, actually, is to keep her safe
Right.
from my germs.
Right. Charlie, the dog.
We're
Just
not
watching her.
fucking around. Yeah, the
Alright.
dog's got an eye on her. He knows to bark if she anything happens to her.
Yeah. Technically, he's
So-
got 2 eyes. He's got like one eye on her, another eye on another where. He's like a dog that can
He
look
is
everywhere.
the weirdest looking fucking dog because he's got the body and like fur of a husky, but he's got the eyes of a chihuahua, like those
Right.
bug eyes that stick out.
I
Like,
picture him with a British accent. Every time he like looks in 5 different directions.
with those eyes, I picked that motherfucker with a deep South accent, like a Cajun accent, a retard accent.
God,
Like
I don't
fucking,
know.
I just see him going, "Duh, you guys are home. So happy to see you." Duh.
See,
That's
my-
Cajun, right?
Sure. Just I mean, Cajun
Special ed, I think, from
Yeah.
Crank Anchors was Cajun, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
So.
I got that oil on my shrimp.
Well, yeah. I mean, I really just hope that from this podcast, people comment, let me know what they want to do. I'm really wanting to get more into this podcast. I do appreciate Derek being away and allowing me to step forward. But
Everybody appreciates him being away.
right, and me stepping in, of course. Or just
Yeah, sure.
yeah, that part.
But mostly him being gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know anybody yet that says he's the best part of the podcast. So this is probably going to be like our best episode because it's going to be the first one where he's not involved at all.
I just was really concerned. Did you actually lose the STC?
That sponsorship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're gone now.
Some bitch.
Yeah, we were
Man.
supposed to do a read today, but I think they pulled out. Yeah,
You know I didn't.
yeah, I know you didn't, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And neither did the guys that fucked your 2 ex-wives. They didn't pull out either.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying,
I mean,
you've had 2 wives.
I'm glad I did.
I'm just saying you had 2 wives that had babies that weren't yours while married. Those statistics are highly unlikely.
Yeah. Somebody asked me if I was going to get a test with this one, and I was like, I don't feel like
I
no. This one I don't need to.
No, but I thought you, like, just to have, like, parental rights, I thought you were supposed to. If you're not technically married.
I think since we're not technically married, if I was to go...
Just to, like, I think, like, just to secure them and, like, get them on your insurance and stuff? Like, am I wrong?
No, I don't have to do any of that for insurance. But
okay.
I know, like, so, like, let's say something happens and Emma wants to leave, and she takes the baby. If I want rights to see Aletta, or
then you have to do the paternity.
Then I would have. I'm guessing. I don't know. I know I had to do paternity, even though it was a black baby. I still had to do paternity to.
Oh my god!
Make it where.
That's so. I'm picturing the people mine. Like. So how does that work? Like the paternity test? Like, you provide a DNA sample?
He provides. She provides. All of us. It makes no sense for the mom to do it, but they do it. Well, at least they did it for mine.
Okay. I'm just wondering if, like, somebody is, like, in the room. Like, I wish it was, like, this scenario where, like, you all have to, like, be in the same room.
How about I just throw the scenario at you, and then you can just laugh about it, because I know exactly what you're thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so when you do this, you have to do it in Columbus. Couldn't tell you the building. It's pretty close to the courthouse. All right. So you go into this building, and, like, there's a room. There's probably, like, 10 chairs. And then they basically take you into, like, an office, which is kind of like a medical room with a desk in it. And so you're waiting in this area. You feel like you have an appointment. So all of a sudden the room just starts filling up. I feel like we were the first appointment for the day. And it is, all mix of people. Asians, black guys, white guys, everything in this room. Everybody doing it, all right? So all of a sudden, I'm the only white, like, one guy not sitting with, like, a baby or a couple or something. But you could tell, like, who the dads were, the dads that thought they weren't dads. And that was me. And I feel like we all kind of sat together. But then,
there's, like, a collection. They all have the same look on their face.
One row is, like, filled with, like, the dads with, like, their arms crossed. And they're like, I'm not the fucking dad.
Fucking bullshit.
Why am I fucking here?
These are the... You are not the father, Maury dads.
Yeah. So then you have, like, the people who are like, oh yeah, this is my fucking son right here. This is my fucking daughter. And they're sitting with the spouse or
what
whoever.
Race was that you just did? Who was that you were just doing an impression of?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I would say that at work.
And you're backtracking. Okay, that's fine.
I don't know. I know a white guy that talks like that at work.
Sure you do. Sure
Sam.
you do, buddy.
So.
So you're saying that the impression was not white, but
No.
you do also know a white guy that talks like that.
I know white people and black people, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously you gotta have somebody for the lynchings, of course.
Jesus. So
sorry, damn it! I said I quit.
It's okay.
I'm gonna ruin your fucking life just because, like, Kaleb is generally, like, one of the nicest, like, most loving people I've ever met in my life, and I think that is why. It's because he's the funniest person to pick to say he's a piece of shit.
me and another guy that I'm not gonna go ahead and say another name on here that we can't talk about.
I'll fucking kill you.
So, yeah, I actually have a buddy of mine. His name's Lorenzo, and black guy, and he was so interested in the podcast. All right, and he wanted to know what episodes I was on, and I was like, first off, before you watch that episode, would you pin me as a racist? And he's like, no, or we wouldn't be friends. And I was like, remember that. All right, just remember we're friends.
Remember that.
Like, I am not a racist, and remember we're friends.
I was gonna say, like, it shouldn't even be bad because I feel like most of the jokes we made were against Jews.
Yeah, he did come back and talk to me about it, and because he listened to the episode, and he was like, it was good. He's like, I mean, I kind of got a little salty about the Martin Luther King joke, but I mean, other than that, it was actually kind of a good joke, but I was just kind of like, meh.
Meh.
Like, as a African American, I was just like, oh, well, good joke, but whatever. But
at least you can admit that it's a good joke. Like, that's the thing. If you don't like a joke, if you can just sit there and say, like, yeah, it's not my thing, but then you move on with your day, that's how you're supposed to handle things that you don't like.
Yeah, he actually, next time if you do stand-up in Dayton, he wants to know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's officially caught up in the podcast since I don't know if he's listened to this last one, but he was up to last Wednesday.
Cool.
And I was telling him that you do stand up down to Dayton. Anyway, hey, let me finish this story about being at this paternity test and what they actually do, because you asked me.
Yeah. Circle back. Focus.
So, all the non-dads, and then people who think they're dads.
All the white people.
Anyway, so, and I'll be honest with you, it was mostly same race with same race, two other fathers. All right. It was only me, Stephanie, who are white, couple who I don't think I'm the father, and then black dad.
Were you
and
all
black baby?
Were you all in the room together?
All in that waiting room.
No, I'm saying like you and Stephanie and the black dude that's dead.
Yeah. He's a good dude. I'm fine with him.
Yeah, no, I'm picturing like the people sitting in that waiting room, like looking at you, looking at her,
Yes.
looking at him, looking at the baby, and going,
Yeah, like I even had a dude look at me and he's like, "Why are you here?" He goes, "Is that?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "What? Why do you have to do this?" And then he's like, "It's pretty clear." Like, and this is a black guy talking to me, and he's like, I mean, if you're black at all, he's like, I can tell that baby's mixed, like,
yeah,
immediately. And I was like, I have said the same questions, but technically, legally, I have to do this.
You're just sitting there like Jim Carrey's character in Me, Myself, and Irene. You're like, whoa, my great-grandmother's half Italian, so,
Right.
you know, that's where the curly hair comes from.
What's
That's why they got dark skin.
I forgot the country, damn it. Ancestry.com said
Yeah.
that I have 1%
Yeah.
some type of African
I got
country
like-
in my blood.
Yeah, I got like 1%, so like it just happened to come out all
Right.
in this generation.
Yeah. But yeah, so he's like, "Why are you here?" And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, dude, I don't know. But I gotta go to work later and I want to get this shit done." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Me too." So then I kind of look at his situation. I'm like, "No, like, I get why you're here. Like,
You go while you're here.
like, I can't tell the difference between you three there." Like,
Because they all look alike.
yeah.
God damn it, Caleb.
I'm a minute, man. I mean, if they had different color hair or something. I mean, there's sometimes where like Aletta, my baby, like does not look like me. Like there's parts of me, but then there's also parts of Emma there. You can say she kind of looks like my sister as a baby, like all that stuff.
Mm.
But like, you know, when you have like different hair color or something like that, you're like, huh, all right. But babies are babies. Babies all look as aliens do.
As aliens do. What?
So, anyway, so we go in the room and
Love how you say
So
some
they-
nonsense,
You're
and
not
then I
telling me
go,
that-
and then I go, what? And then you just like just try to keep going with the story
so
and
you're
like
telling me
ignore what you
babies
just
don't
said.
look like aliens? Like they don't come out long arms, long fingers, long big ass head, little body.
All right, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
They don't look like adult people,
Oh,
but still
a funny story about that. Remember that? Okay, I have a really funny one.
about adult people.
Adult little people. So, so anyway, we go in the room. They pull me in first. They swab my cheek, put in a thing, sign all these paperwork, and then they like instead of like letting me leave, they like somebody walks out, pulls them in, has them standing like right in front of the door, as if I want to see either one of them. And then like as the lady opens the office door for me to walk out, they're like trying to come in. So then I'm like running into Stephanie and the dude, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, like I didn't want like I was across the room, like I stayed away from you. Now they put us like right next to each other. I'm like, how does that not stir conflict?
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you'd want to say something, and like I shook the dude's hand because at that point he had stepped up, he had bought a car off me, had paid off my lease. Like, I mean, yeah, it's her fault. It's not your fault. Like she
Yeah.
opened her legs, whatever. And
Dinner was served.
yeah. So that's pretty much how that went. And then like I think it took almost like 6 to 7 weeks later to get a date or a paper in the mail.
Ooh.
And I think it's December 5th is actually not the Father's Day.
December 5th?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll make sure that we'll celebrate.
Right. Podcast on Not the Father's Day.
Yeah.
So, little people. So, I always have to drop my daughter off at daycare. And there is the toddler 2 room. And, like, they have, like, an indoor gymnasium with, like, shit they can climb on, all that. Playroom. And there's this little girl, as I walk in, always wearing pigtails, blonde hair, and she will not let me pass. And she's got so everyone's played NFL Blitz, and you make like the big head, right?
Right.
So when I walk in, like a toddler room, she has a giant head, and then like a little old body. So I just always picture her like NFL Blitz, and then like she like runs over to me and hits my
big
leg.
head, little bodies, cheat code.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then she always looks at me and she goes, "Hi." I'm like, "Hi." And then she just smiles and, like, walks away while she looks at me. It's kind of funny. Like, she has a little crush on me kind of deal.
So, you're saying it's a little person toddler?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, it wasn't a midget story.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was some kind of cool, funny story.
Sorry.
Yeah, it is interesting, like, that they grow up and then stop growing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they grow at kind of, like, the same normal rate that, like, you know, people that don't have dwarfism grow. But then they just stop once they reach like toddler age, which means that if you are a midget and you have a midget son, when that son is like 3 or 4 years old, you're the same size.
Yeah.
Can you imagine trying to like wrestle that motherfucker and like that kid wants to act up?
I'm going to put you in your place. Look, I'm going to kick you over the field goal post. Shut up.
Like, imagine your daughter is the same size and strength as you. She's gonna fuck your world up.
She would. She already fights me. I tried to put her in the corner today, and I'm like, turn around. No! Oh, damn it, woman. Turn around.
Fucking turn around!
Yeah. But
she was like, no, you're going to bed without your dinner. And she was like,
I need my protein.
I want to get those in before we quit her off here. That's funny.
I don't think anything will ever make me as happy as being able to play these. That's my favorite thing that's happened. I think without question. Like,
you should add some other ones in there.
I would love to, but my current meme sound equipment, whatever this is, the soundboard, can only hold 3 sound drops unless I do the paid version. So, yeah.
Subscribe, people. Get some listeners in here. Make it worth the while.
Yeah. Make me some money. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty excited how the podcast is slowly growing. I think it's doing well. We're up to 45 subscribers last time I checked. 3 more, and that's officially dozens and dozens. Yeah.
48.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty excited about it. And
can't wait till you to be able to say I got hundreds of subscribers.
Hundreds. That's a long way
That's like
away.
a bragging point.
Dude, you know what pisses me off? It's like there are like legitimate comedians that are like known that I'm like fans of that only have like a couple hundred subscribers, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how is this even possible? Like, you should have a shitload. Like,
Right.
You're hilarious. Like, you're tested. And they're actually like legitimately famous. Like, this one dude, Jeff Dye, motherfucker has dated Playmates. Like, he's up there.
Was that Jeff Dye?
Huh? No.
Oh, that's Jeff. That's
You
Blue.
you just did the retard arm movement.
No, he
For
has
those of
cerebral
you that
palsy.
are
His one
listening.
arm's like this.
Yeah, no, that's Josh Blue.
Josh Blue. That was Jeff Blue.
No, Jeff Dye has one of my favorite bits about sitting next to like a 7-year-old kid on an airplane, and he's talking about like he doesn't, the kid is like nervous, and the kid is like, do you like quesadillas? And I'm like, I fucking love quesadillas, and like they had like the best time on the flight. And then he like the joke is that like he realizes like, oh man, it's like is this where I'm at maturity-wise? Like, it's like, I hate sitting next to adults, but this kid's awesome.
Right. Wow.
So, yeah, if those of you listening, shout out to Jeff Dye's Friendship podcast. It's really funny. If you don't mind a lot of jump cuts, like, they have a camera on each person's face. So, like, the second somebody starts talking, the camera cuts to that person. So it's like cut, 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 cut. And it's just like switching back and forth. And I'm like, I'm getting fucking dizzy.
Ooh, I don't know if I can handle that.
Yeah, it's like watching fucking Liam Neeson climb a fence in one of the Taken movies. You ever seen that? Dude, it's fucking, to try and hide the fact that he is a fucking 60-year-old man that can't do this shit anymore. Like, he's climbing a fence, and they made like 8 cuts. 8 cuts while he's climbing the fence. Like, him jumping, then him halfway up the fence, then him going over the top of the fence, and then him, like, jumping down to the ground. It's hilarious. It's just like...
him falling into a pad, and then him standing, probably. Because
Yeah.
I don't think he could jump. He'd break a knee.
Yeah. That would be... Hey, I showed this to one of our favorite guests, but there's this really cool video of... They redid... like, remastered... Somebody on YouTube did it. The fight between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. From A New Hope.
Yes.
That video is so fucking cool. Like, cause they're like actually using like the Force and like pushing each other, and like Darth Vader like throws his lightsaber and then like uses the Force to like move it and try and cut his head off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, it was really well done.
Could have been so much better. Like, I feel like back in the day.
Yeah, well, you know, that movie was made for like $200 and some blankets. Like, that movie was nothing when it was actually made. But so fucking George Lucas brings out the fucking remastered version, and it literally just cuts in some CGI bullshit that doesn't add to the story. And then the fucking worst part was that singing thing. Do you remember that? Yeah, that fucking thing. It's just got this like long tube-like mouth with lips, weird lips at the end, and I was just like, it basically looked like they made like a slutty horror version of the fucking frog from WB, but with long lips.
And like people playing drums and clarinets, basically.
I was just like, what the fuck is this thing? Like, he's putting out a remastered version. Like, this is what he decides to do with the CGI technology.
I feel like that was the that was Return of Jedi, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
No,
the Ewok one. Yeah, everybody hates it, understandably so. But
I don't know.
we're getting close to the end here, so we'll go ahead and reiterate some of the questions that we'd like you guys to answer. Number 1, do you guys want to hear a podcast that's just Kaleb and I? We're not really sure what kind of form it'll take. Maybe it'll be reading news articles. Maybe it'll be roasting people. Maybe it'll be, you know, some more storytelling, stuff of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Mm-hmm. We're still figuring that out. You know, do you guys want that? Do you guys want shorter episodes? You know, is an hour tough to listen to? It's up to you guys. Please let us know. And please like the video. Please comment. Please subscribe. Please share.
Hey, you make
And-
these guys big, sooner or later I become famous as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure the episodes where we make fun of you for being a grand wizard get like so much publicity.
Yeah, get me fired. I want to live off the government just like Yale did.
I didn't even live off the government.
I know.
Dude, I never filed for unemployment. I would say, so I did, like, I was unemployed for like 7 months. Well, longer, actually. No. 7 months. And then I was unemployed for 11 months. and I just lived off my savings. I never once drew unemployment, which
Yeah.
is probably really stupid. I definitely should have drew unemployment,
Might
but
as well. I just,
Yeah.
to me, like,
I don't know. I guess
just
I don't
wanna
like
continue
handouts.
the jokes that Derek's not here, so I gotta do it. I gotta
Yeah,
do it,
yeah.
bro.
You got to fill in for him. That's a sure way to make sure that you get fired from this podcast.
That's why, hopefully, I get my other one. But Derek's got a vote on that one.
You guys do your own. So like you and I will have one, Derek and I will have one, and then you and Derek will have one.
Right.
And in each podcast, it's just those two people talking shit about the one that's not
Oh
there.
my god, that would be so funny.
What would be really funny is like we're all guests on each other's.
We're all gonna.
It's just a triangle of douchebags. Oh man,
Yeah.
we just take turns swapping.
What? What are we swapping?
Wives.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah, don't you know, man? I'm the home wrecker.
Yeah, that's true.
Never forget, I'm the home wrecker.
All right.
According to several of your friends and family, and according to a bunch of other people. I don't know, man. I never thought I gave off that impression, but apparently I do.
I mean, you're a wrecker, but not of any of my wives or ex-wives, fortunately.
What does that even mean?
I mean,
A wrecker? What?
I was trying to give you a compliment. I feel like I got a frog.
Oh yeah. Sorry about your butthole, by the way.
Yeah.
I did wreck that shit.
Yeah.
In my defense,
I had to call off work Friday for it.
in my defense, you were feeding me a bunch of liquor, and you know how I get, man. Sometimes, and you plus, after we had been drinking, you looked right at me and said,
I need my protein after my workout.
Hey.
and I was like, well, I mean, obviously I have to give you that protein, so, And then but unfortunately, I went in too quickly, and you were like, and I was like, oh shit,
Nah,
my
I
bad,
told you.
my bad.
Wrong
All right.
hole, because my wife carries my balls.
All right, we're gonna have some more fun with this soundboard. So thank you guys for listening. Again, please like, share, subscribe, do whatever, help us keep growing the channel a little bit. Derek, congratulations on getting
Congrats,
married.
man. Thanks for letting me step in.
Yep, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Peace out.
Peace out.